All right, Mixed Master B here for MMB Radio, and on the phone line right now, I have a woman who I've been trying to get on the show for the longest time. I've known her for quite a while right now. You may have seen her in Smooth Magazine, King Magazine. You've seen her in music videos. You've seen her all over the place. Miss Mileena Hayes, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Doing good. Thank you for coming on to the show. And like I mentioned, I've known you for quite a while now, and this is the first time we've actually got you on the show. So with the planets aligned and everything, so we got you to come on. So we appreciate you coming in and calling in and talking to us today. So yeah, as I mentioned though, you've done Smooth Magazine and King Magazine, all these magazines. But before we get into that, let everybody know like where you're from.
I'm from Connecticut.
Okay, born and raised in Connecticut, or?
I wasn't born in Connecticut. I was actually born in Puerto Rico. And then I was moved, to the States when I was probably like 5. And from there on, I've been in Connecticut.
All right, so for the most part, you've been, state bound. You've been in the states and everything. Um, so as I mentioned, that you are a model and you've done video modeling and everything, and you mentioned that you were born in Puerto Rico. A lot of people want to know what is your nationality because you got like this whole exotic look thing going.
Oh, thank you. My mom is from Puerto Rico. She's 100% Puerto Rican. And my father is half black and half white.
All right, great. So you got to, go all across the board there. So you're representing everybody there, a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
All right. So how did the modeling thing start? Like, were you like, have you always been interested in it as a child, or is it just something like once you got older, you were just like approached by someone?
I actually started with music. I was an artist. Um, I was 14, 15, 16 years old, traveling to New York by myself, just to get some studio time. And from there on, I ended up getting a deal, and that label ended up not having enough funds to support any of the artists they signed. So my deal was dropped, and I ended up just really focusing on my clothing line, and I started doing, fashion shows, and I dressed models. I was the behind the scene girl, and I was just always being approached like, oh, you're a model. And I'm like, no, I'm not a model. I'm just the designer or the stylist for the day. And, one day someone came up to me and asked me to do a photo shoot, and I did it, and I enjoyed it, and I started getting a lot of work, and, here I am now. It wasn't like something that I always wanted to do. It's kind of something that just happens. I never was like, oh, I want to be in, a music video with, this artist. No, it was never like that. I actually wanted to be the star of the video, meaning I wanted it to be my song and my, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Well,
So yeah,
you could have been the model in your own video,
yeah, pretty much,
you know?
pretty much.
So let everybody know like what the exact measurements are because like you're saying like oh I never had plans of being a model and everything, but like if anybody's out there and they're listening right now, go ahead and Google her name because you just check this girl out. Like the body is just amazing. So what is the whole measurements going on there?
Oh, thank you. Am I 32 double D, 23-inch waist, 40 hips, putting me on the spot.
Yeah, well, but that's what I'm saying. Like that's like model numbers right there. Like, and it never crossed your mind that like that could be the world that you could just be venturing into.
I mean, I was always into fashion, and I like dressing models, and I love making people look good. But to actually be the model myself, I was a little bit shy. I was like, oh, I don't know.
All right. So what type of modeling like are you into doing? What do you enjoy doing? Do you enjoy doing print, video, like what?
I like all of it. I enjoy all of it. It makes me feel so good. I don't know. It's something about me being in front of the camera. Just like literally, like I could pretty much say is a natural high because it's like I go into another world. Like I look at the videos that I've been in, and I'm like, really, I did that. Like I don't even remember half the things that I do. It's like
Like
I turn into somebody else, like in a snap of the,
what are some of
finger.
the well-known videos that you've done for people who are like looking and seeing what videos you've done?
I was lead in Trey song Say Ya. That was like my first big video. I did I'm Ill, Red Cafe, Fabulous. I did 50 Cent. I was the lead. Put Your Hands Up. I just did the King of Far. King of Far just came out. It's a reggae artist. And I mean, that video is really dope. So you guys should definitely Google it. It's called King of Far. You Turn Me On.
You definitely
Yeah,
turn
I mean,
people
it goes on and on. I've worked with, I mean, Wu-Tang. I've worked with Redman, Method Man, and these are all leads. I worked with amazing people. I'm very lucky. I'm very blessed.
What do you think is the biggest misconception of girls who do like modeling for like videos or magazines?
I think the misconception is that all video girls, have sex with all the celebrities, and that's all we do. And no, just to let everybody know that's not true. I'm a regular person. That's my job. I make the choice of not getting personal with anybody that I work with. I don't like mixing business with pleasure. And I feel that's just the biggest misconception, that video vixens are hoes. And not, I don't think that one individual model should be judged by other models' mistakes.
Now, what is you say like you don't want to be, misconcepted to being some like these like video hoe and everything like that. But have you ever ran into a situation where like you've seen girls like use that as a way to get leads?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it all. I'm not going to lie here and tell you that it doesn't happen, because it does. I just feel that, it's a misconception, excuse me, to judge everybody upon that one individual.
And if you ever had any like bad instances where people have like tried to like, you know what I mean, hit on you to get you to do this, get you to do that, and like, what is like the worst experience you've ever had?
Does that come down like to videos, or like a photo shoot with a photographer, or you mean
In
like
general.
overall?
Yeah, just in general, like, video, doing a photo shoot, like, what's like a bad experience that you've ever had?
Bad experience that I've ever had on set.
Yeah.
My clothes wasn't covering my privates. I popped out, but yeah, that's the worst.
So
In front of everybody. So.
They didn't have the right clothes to fit.
Yes. But sometimes you think it fits right, and then you move around and things just start popping out.
Yeah, that could be painful.
Yeah.
When you're like you get like a wedgie or something, you're like, all right, like really, like you really put me in the extra small, and damn well this isn't all gonna fit in an extra small. So.
Right.
So I know you're big online and doing a social media thing. So what is your Twitter handle?
My Twitter is at Mileena Hayes. That's MILEENAHAZE.
So make sure you follow her on Twitter.
That is my official and only Twitter page, everyone. There's no other Twitter pages. That's my only one.
So if you see any other Twitter pages, it's not her.
Right.
We gotta get you that little blue check, the little verified check to get on there.
I know. I don't even know how to do that. I actually really suck with social networks, but
So we got a lot of fans on Twitter that are asking questions, and one of the questions that we always get asked is, are you single? Are you spoken for? Do you have a boyfriend? Do you have a girlfriend? Do you have like a kid in a third world country that we don't know about? Like, what is going on?
Oh my God, the girl part sounded very nice. But no, I'm definitely single, and I'm concentrating on my career right now. That's like really important to me, and I'm definitely single.
There you go. So the guy that sent me that tweet, she's definitely single. So feel free to use 140 characters to kick that game. So, as like I mentioned though, like, do you have a boyfriend, girlfriend? And there are girl fans out there, and they're all like, "Are you into girls? Are you like?"
Of course I'm into girls.
Like, I mean, like girls, like, 'cause you
Women
did
are
fashion stuff,
beautiful.
but have you
Like, have I
ever,
done stuff for the female?
well, have you done stuff? Have you ever dated a girl? Would you ever consider
I've
dating a
never
girl?
dated. I've never dated and had a relationship with a girl, but of course I've done stuff with girls.
All right, so you've like hooked up with a girl
You know,
before.
yes, I have. Well, she hooked up. She
She
she did
hooked
all the
up with
work,
you?
but yeah,
Okay. I
she
didn't
did
hook
all
up
the
with her.
work.
She
I was
hooked
just
up with
like,
me. Let's get it straight.
I
I didn't approach her. She approached me.
I was just moaning,
Yeah.
but yeah.
What was that? You were just what? You were just
I said I was
moaning?
just moaning.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then, I mean, it must have been good then if you were moaning, or were you just like faking it?
No, no, I would never do that. No, no faking.
I mean, she's not
Not
gonna
nice.
know. I mean, unless it was only one girl and you made it known it was only one girl.
I mean, who
Then,
fakes though? That's weird. Like, if you have to fake, like,
come on, you're you're
no, that's
you're in
just weird.
you're in a
You
modeling
shouldn't have
game.
to fake how you. You shouldn't have to fake how you feel sexually. If it feels good, it feels good. If it doesn't, open your mouth and say it doesn't.
Like, yo, you ain't doing
Don't
this
fake
shit right.
it.
Like, don't fake the funk. That's
Yeah,
that's the lesson of the day. Don't fake the funk. If they ain't doing something right down there, then you need to be vocal.
right. Be very open, and you'll
Very
be
open.
much more satisfied every time.
So was this so now we gotta indulge into this. You know, you just open up a door for us. So um is this a friend of yours, or was this like just like someone you met at a club, or
No, it was a friend of mine. Yes.
it was a fan of yours?
No, no, it was
Oh,
a
a
friend.
friend. Oh,
A
I thought you said it was a
friend.
fan of yours. I'm like, oh, we're already getting groupie
Yeah,
love.
yeah. No, we used to work together, and we got close, and we used to get very, very drunk together, and we used to have a good time.
So now is that something where you would have to be drunk for that to kind of happen, or could you find yourself just like, finding yourself attracted to a girl sober?
No, I found myself attracted to a girl over. I think the reason why me and her got so close was because, I knew that she was a nasty, and I don't think I would just like make out with a random girl because I don't know where she's been. But all I know, she could have made out with 500 other people and then made out with me.
And you could have been
So,
501.
yeah.
So, all right. So she made out with you. So, I'm assuming she went down on you. Um, would you ever return the favor, or are you just kind of like you just like getting it?
Honestly, no, not on a female. Not on a female.
Not on a female,
I,
just on
I,
guys.
I love feet. So
You love feet?
that dick.
Oh, I thought you said you love feet. Because, I mean, there's people out there, they got foot
No,
fetishes.
no.
I don't know what's up with all that,
I
because I ain't into the foot
I love
fetish shit.
men. Like men is my first choice. And yeah, I would definitely suck a dick, but I wouldn't eat a pussy.
Okay. See, I'm like the reverse, you know what I mean? Like, I'll eat a pussy, but I ain't sucking no dude's dick. You know what I mean? So,
Well, I
you
hope
no,
not.
no, see, MMB don't swing that way. You know what I mean? We don't do none of that here. But you definitely let a girl go down on you.
Oh yeah.
All right,
Why
so
not?
yeah, I mean, shit, why not? Go ahead, girl, go down there. Do what you got to do. You know what I mean?
Great pictorial, by the way. Great pictorial.
Exactly. That's why I am who I am. You know what I mean? I come up with all these great imaginary graphical details. But okay, so like I said, you're into guys and you're rather a guy first. Where is the craziest place that you've ever done it?
I've done it in a lot of crazy places. I guess the first one that comes to mind is I was, how do I explain this? How do I even start? Okay, we were on the highway.
Okay.
And I had sex with my boyfriend at the time while he was driving
On the highway.
on the highway.
Okay.
Bus passing, like I'm sure one of the butts saw something.
Now,
But
was
yeah,
this is full blown everything, or was it just like you just giving head, or like what's going on?
I did everything. I aim to please.
Okay, so could he like see what's going on, or were like you like facing the windshield? Like were you the one that was like, turn here, wait, you missed that exit?
No, I like I literally put my feet like through the gaps of his seat, and I was riding him like that, and he was driving.
Wow.
And right
So,
before that, I felt his dead. So
oh, so there you go. You know, so if all the car insurers out there, if you're Geico or whatever like that, these are the types of things you need to put in your claims. You know what I mean? Because this shit can happen.
and let me tell you, it was the most amazing orgasm and experience I've ever had.
Go for it.
Well, one of them.
Yeah, go for
Yeah.
it. You know, might as well. You know, if, I mean, some of those
I
highways
gotta
are
do that
long.
again. I have to do that again.
Well, you know, there's a lot of highways, you know, going from New Jersey to Connecticut. You know what I mean? So I could always go fill up a tank of gas and, you know, fuck it, we could just make a road trip of the day, you know, and just see where it leads us, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
My insurance is paid up, and I'm a very good driver. I have nothing on my driving record. So, like, shit, I could do this, you know, even if we like screwed up and like hit something, like hit a dog or something, you know what I mean? Like, shit
Oh
happens, you
god.
know what I mean? Sometimes you got to sacrifice a dog for the common good.
Oh no, he didn't. Or a deer.
Or, well, see, deers could fuck up your car, though. A dog, you could just keep
Oh,
hitting that shit
so.
and just keep going, you know? So
Oh, that's so messed up.
I'm gonna
How do
get
you
such,
know that? How do you know that?
because dogs ain't the
Have you
size of
experienced
deers.
this?
No, I have not experienced this.
Oh,
I have
okay.
never hit a dog or gotten it in while going down the highway. So, so
Okay.
what is your favorite thing to do then? Like sexually? I mean, I know you said you like giving head, but like is that like your favorite thing or is like the highway thing your favorite? Like I don't know how often you
I
practice this.
I just I'm just a very sexual person, and like I when I'm with someone, I'm with them, and I just love having sex. Like I know it sounds crazy, but I just love it. It makes me feel good. Like it just, especially if I love the person, like it's like I want it all the time.
What is the mate?
So,
How many times have you done it in one day?
see me, I'm not really into how many times. Like that fades. That's like in the beginning of a relationship. You could have sex 3 times. That fades. Is that really my favorite? No. I prefer to have like some real passionate sex once a day. You know what I mean?
So rather than like three or four quickies, you like to just put them together and make one big super, like super.
I mean, I like quickies too. It just depends.
Just
I
depends
guess
what
it
mood you're
depends on
in.
how I feel. Huh?
It just depends what mood you're in at that time.
Right. As
All
long
right.
as, me and my specific other are having sex all the time, I'm great. I'm
All
a
right.
happy camper.
So we're just finding all kinds of new stuff about you. We didn't realize you were such a sexually driven woman here. So
I'm very sexual. It's kind of scary.
it's not. If you've
Like, I
heard,
really am. This is so crazy. Like,
if you've had seen some of the guests that we've had on this show, like that's nothing. That's nothing. Look, we have adult film stars on here all the time. Like their sex drive's crazy, and they get paid
we
for
have
it.
porn stars on here all the time. You're so
Yeah,
funny.
yeah. I mean, they're
It's
on all the
nothing.
time. Yeah, like shit. They're popping mollies and getting it on. You know what I mean? Like shit. They ain't
No,
nothing to
he
them.
didn't. He's cut popping mollies.
Like you know
Wow.
what I mean? Like they sweating up in here, so like it ain't even a problem.
Oh, okay.
So
All right.
yeah, like I said, feel free to indulge in anything. You know what I mean? So what is fans asking too? Like what is your like your fantasy then? I mean, none of them
I'm
knew that you
sorry?
did. What is your like your fantasy? Like what would you like to do? I mean, they didn't know you did the whole highway road trip thing. So
You
um
mean a sexual fantasy?
yeah.
I think I did everything.
You've done everything. Well, what was something that you wanted to do that you
Yeah, right.
accomplished?
I guess like now I'm like spirit of the moment, you know?
So like we should probably just hang up and just spare the moment, just do this. Like that kind of spare the moment. Like, are we wasting time talking right now? Like,
I mean, what place would you choose?
if it was with you, I mean, obviously, like I like to try this car thing. You know what I mean? Like that seems like it's a really cool thing. Like, I've never done the car thing. But if it's sitting in here holding a microphone doing an interview, like I'm pretty cool with that. It could be, while I'm watching Sports Center, you know what I mean, eating breakfast. I mean, if it's you, it doesn't really matter where,
So,
like it
so
could be
there you
anywhere.
go. Those are all my fantasies. There you go.
So there you go. You know what I mean? Like it could be anywhere with me. It's all you. Like you're the one that decides. You're the one in control.
Spare the moment. Spare the moment.
Spare the moment. Okay, so this is Mileena Hayes. She's been on with us, and that'll wrap up our interview. So we'll go ahead and we'll spare the moment thing. We're gonna go do this, and then we'll come back and we'll finish up the interview and let you know how it went. That work?
Yeah. Wait, what? Start all over? What?
I was like, spare the moment thing. So we'll just finish the
I'm like
interview right
talking.
here, and we'll go do this, and then we'll come back and let you know how it was.
Oh no, you didn't. That's hilarious. I just caught on to that. I'm all late.
She's like, wait, what are we doing? Like, what do I
I'm like,
have to
wait,
do?
what?
Do I have to get dressed for this?
Yeah.
So, all right. So, what is a normal day like in your world? I mean, you don't have a boyfriend, you don't have a girlfriend. You're very sexually driven. All the sexual tension is built up inside. Like, how do you make it through day to day?
I honestly, I just like my whole career consumes my life. So I travel a lot. I'm always if I'm home, I'm still working. So, you know.
So you're doing the photo shoots, doing video shoots and everything, and like that just keeps you occupied, so you don't think about sex.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't.
Oh, so you do think about it.
Yeah, of course. Who doesn't?
So what do you do like when you get that urge? You know what I mean? Like some people when they're acting like a diva, they gotta bust into a Snickers. You know what I mean to bring
You're
themselves
really
back
asking
right.
me this? Wow.
I told you it
Oh,
was everything was off limits on these interviews.
oh wow.
I mean, we know there's toy
Oh,
stores.
everybody knows what happens when you have the urge, right?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't know like
You
what,
have to relieve yourself.
we didn't know if you had, how
I can't
often
believe
you
you just asked me that. I'm like purple right now.
Well,
Oh
I
wow.
mean, we didn't know how often you have to do that in a day. We don't know if you got the little like pocket rocket joint sitting in there in the purse. You know what I mean? Just
Oh wow.
waiting for between
Wow.
shoots. So
Yeah. No, I don't have any. I don't have any of that.
you're old school. You just
Yeah,
do it.
old
Just
school for me.
just rub it off, get it done.
Yes. Oh
Very
my God.
awesome. So, all right. So I know we want to talk about all the magazine stuff you got coming up. So I know you got a lot of magazine shoots and different things you got coming out. So tell us all what's coming out, what we can expect.
No, I have a lot. Um, I really. Let me start over.
I know I threw you off track. We were all talking about, Papa Molly's rubbing offs, and then it's like, okay, now seriously, what are you getting into? Um, so, I mean, I know you said you'd have a show magazine coming out. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm supposed to be shooting for them soon. Um, I don't know if you know, I shot for them in 2011, and I got the cover for the 2011 calendar, the Latina edition. So we're definitely working on something new with Smooth, and I have a lot of covers coming out. I have a cover with SBM magazine. I have a cover with Stack Models, which I'm actually shooting on Sunday. I have Titanium cover, Titanium Girls. I have a lot of things coming out. You guys can always stay updated with me on my website. I'm always posting everything that has been released or came out. Photos, exclusive videos. I have a whole VIP section. So if you guys want to stay more in tune with what I'm doing, just log on to MileenaHayesLive.com.
Very awesome, and I've checked it out, and one of my favorite videos is the wobble video. I love that video.
Oh my God, do you know that video only took me like 40 minutes? And it was like spare the moment. It was like, I was like, you know what? Why don't you videotape me putting on my jeans? And we literally did it, and it was like the funniest thing ever.
And
I
usually,
love that video too.
I enjoy videos of girls when they're taking their clothes off, but this was like the reverse. She's actually putting clothes on, and I still got just as excited watching her put clothes on. So, so you mentioned like what size jeans were they that you were trying to like get on?
Those are actually Brazilian jeans. So they're stretchy.
But not stretchy enough because that was like you really needed someone just to like you needed to put the legs in and you needed someone to like kind of give you like if they're giving you like an old school wedgie, like just keep pulling them up. Like just keep like you got to watch the video. Check it out, MileenaHayesLive.com, and you have to check out the wobble video. And like how do you wear jeans like that? Like after you get it on, like can you move at that point or do you like are you like
They eventually stretch out, you know. They conform to your body after an hour.
oh, so you can't go anywhere for at least an hour. So like when you put them on, it's like baking something. Like it has to cook for an hour.
No, I mean, it's not true. I mean, it's not that. It looks worse than it really is. I mean,
because like I'm watching it, I'm like, okay, like I just had this feeling like she's just gonna sit down, and like they're just gonna like peel off, and next thing you know, it's like we're back at square one again. Like that could be really embarrassing. Like if you're at the club or somewhere, like they just rolled down, and you're like, okay, I can't stand up, guys. Can someone just kind of like pull these up for me?
yeah.
Because all we could see was just ass cheeks and ass crack.
Yeah, I definitely needed help.
So check out the wobble video, and that you're going to be in Show Magazine and Titanium cover and like everything like that. So make sure you go check her out. Follow her on Twitter. You do Instagram?
Yeah, they actually took my Instagram down.
You took your Instagram
Somebody
down.
flagged my photo. I swear. I just made up a new one. I think like 4 months ago.
Okay.
And I had to change the name. So my Instagram is now Mileena Hayes Live.
So there you go. Check her out on Instagram and see all the goodness that is Mileena Hayes. And we appreciate you coming on. Is there anything last that you want to let the fans know?
Yeah, I want to let the fans know that I love you. And I thank you for all your support. There would be no Mileena Hayes without you. And stay tuned because I'm working hard for you. MileenaHayesLive.com.
There you go. Check her out. We'll be talking to you real soon then.
Okay, thank
All right.
you, and I appreciate you having me on the show.
Not a problem. Anytime you want to come on.
And you had me laughing the whole time.
Yeah, anytime you want to come on. You know what I mean? Anytime you want to just drive down the highway and come on. You know. Whether it's come on the show or come on anything else, you're always welcome.
Hilarious.
Alrighty, we'll be talking to you real soon then.
Okay, bye.
Right, bye.
This is Mileena Hayes, and you're listening to the best DJ Mix Master B.